We welcome you back to Thousand Oaks and Sparky Anderson Field on this warm summer afternoon for some more Conejo Oaks baseball. I'm Max Schwartzberg flying solo today to take you through this afternoon's action. The Oaks are coming off a huge bounce-back 9-5 win yesterday against the Arroyo Seco Saints after dropping a tough one on the road to Orange County the day before. The Oaks look to give a harsh welcome to a new CCL team in the San Diego SunRays today, heading into tomorrow's off day. Making his Oaks debut on the mound is right-hander Colin Clark, coming off his freshman campaign at the University of Oregon, in which he threw 19 2/3 innings to a 6.41 ERA. The talent is there for Colin, and he looks to develop and reach his high ceiling this summer for the Oaks. Let's take a look at the opposing lineup for the San Diego SunRays. Leading off, Gabe Darcy will play center field with Evan Rolbicki, the third baseman, which will bat second. Trevor Schmidt at first base, he'll bat third with Carson Case in the cleanoff spot. He'll play right. Cesar Chavez, the designated hitter, will bat fifth with Isaiah Marquez, the left fielder, batting sixth. Dane Flashberg will do the catching, batting seventh. Franco Estrada will be at second. He'll bat eighth. And Tucker Beal will round out the starting nine, playing shortstop for the pitcher, C.J. Zwollen. As mentioned, Colin Clark making his Conejo Oaks debut. Warming up and getting ready today. It's a beautiful day, pretty warm. Nice clouds covering here and there. We don't usually see that around here. It's usually just blue skies, but anything that can maybe potentially shade the sun, I'm sure the players and myself included would not mind. It's pretty warm out here today. I'll take you through the Oaks starting nine now. Leading off, Tommy Kenlinger back there in center field with Austin Carrillo, the right fielder, batting second. Justin Rubin back in the DH spot. He'll bat third with Nick Leahy getting the start again. He'll bat fourth and play second. Landon West batting fifth. He had a big game yesterday. He'll be at first base. Marcus Galvan, the catcher, will bat sixth with Cooper Sheff at shortstop batting seventh. Reeve Boyd, the third baseman, will bat eighth with Kai Caranto rounding out the starting nine in left field, batting ninth. As mentioned, Gabe Darcy going to lead it off here for the SunRays, a new CCL opponent, first year in the California Collegiate League. Colin Clark making his Oaks debut. His first pitch is popped foul, and we are underway. As I kind of mentioned, a 6.41 ERA in his freshman campaign at Oregon, but the talent's there. He's got really good command, just a 1.8 walks per nine. That'll play anywhere, as that one just misses downstairs. Good pitch, but it did miss below. But anytime you got a freshman coming in who pitches to such a low walks per nine, able to command the baseball, that's going to be huge because you know the stuff is there, especially going to a Power 5 like the University of Oregon. It's all about developing as that one's lined the other way into right field in front of Austin Carrillo for a base hit. Gabe Darcy reaches to begin the game here for the SunRays. It's been a rough go-around for the SunRays as a whole, though. Last place currently with a 2-7 record in the CCL South. Just a team .250 slugging percentage. Nobody on, and Darcy remains at first for the third baseman, Rolbicki. As that one's grounded softly up the middle to the right of the bag, Leahy steps on the back, fires to first, double play unassisted. Nice job by Nick Leahy, and the weak contact enforced by Colin Clark as there's now 2 outs on 1 pitch. Well, that's exactly what you're looking for, just weak contact. 31 hits and 19 2/3 at Oregon. That was the main source of his problems. All the traffic on the base pass kind of led to that 1.7 whip, but again, very low in the walks, and that'll play anywhere. You know that these guys have the talent. They're just going to continue to develop, and hopefully this summer Clark really finds the feel for his pitches for the Oaks. 1-0 pitch. It's a bender that misses high. Looked like a borderline pitch, but kind of hard to get that call always with the off-speed pitch. Outfield straight away for the 3-hitter Schmidt, the 2-0. And he pops one foul to the left, coming in Caranto full blast, and he'll have to play it on a hop. So a bloop single continues the inning for the SunRays for the 4-hitter Case. Not a lot of hard contact today. That leadoff base hit by Gabe Darcy, a nice swing, but it wasn't scorched off the bat, to say the least. But still, no harm, no foul with the double play. Very economical inning so far. And I was thinking, the SunRays being part of the CCL, that's got to be a long travel for really all their opponents. Their closest opponent, I would presume to be the Orange County Riptide, about 55 minutes away. And the Oaks would fall with that. As this one's lofted in the left field, Caranto takes a couple step back. He'll make the catch, build the cap high as we go to the bottom of the inning. SunRays don't score, Oaks are coming up. Bottom of the first inning, Tommy Kendlinger, leadoff hitter in yesterday's game. He actually led off the inning 4 times. You don't always see that every day. Tommy had himself a nice day at the plate. He had 2 hits in the 5th inning when the Oaks batted around. But getting the start on the bump for the SunRays, right-hander C.J. Zwollen, coming off a championship at Saddleback. Saddleback Bobcats, they won the State of California Collegiate JUCO League. At the end of the season, the top 4 schools, it's called the Final Four. They travel to either L.A. or Sacramento. Last 2 years ago when my brother played with CJ, that was in Sacramento, but last season in L.A. and they won. As Kendlinger chops one foul, he actually pitched a very nice game in the finals. He's so far been the SunRays' best starter. 9 innings pitched, a 3 ERA. It's been a tough go-around, as I kind of mentioned in the inning prior for these SunRays. He's currently sit at the bottom of the standings with a 2-7 record. In their first season, 0-2 to Tommy. Pretty good slider, but he lays off. Kendlinger's been absolutely red hot to start the season for the Oaks. 370 average, on base well over 500. Kind of him and Austin Carrillo, who go back-to-back here. Model players of exactly what you want to see from a leadoff hitter. 1-2. And he chops this one foul, third base way. The Oaks are off tomorrow, and then they travel up to, or I should say, travel down to Orange County on Tuesday before another off day on Wednesday. So kind of a sandwich of off days for these guys. This is the final game of a 4-day game-in-a-row split for the Oaks. So it's going to be nice for these guys to get some rest. 1-2 pitch misses upstairs. Pretty lively fastball at 89. Kendlinger 3 for 5 in yesterday's contest as a 2-2 is lined over the shortstop and into left field. Leadoff single for Tommy Kendlinger gets things going here in the bottom of the first. So Austin Carrillo, who has also been pretty hot at the plate for the Oaks, getting his first look today. Off day yesterday. I spoke to Austin a little bit about it. He actually changed off days. His family is here today, so he was supposed to be off today, but he just asked Coach Solis to move it up a day. Likes being in there every day as he fouls this one off to the left. And it's a grind for Carrillo, but he loves it. Just coming off a great graduate season at Biola, over 500 on-base percentage, and then immediately comes to the Oaks. So basically, you're playing essentially like 80, 90 games in a row. It's a toll on the body, it's a toll on the mind, but these guys love the grind. A 1 pitch apparently misses. Looked like it caught the up and away corner. It looked like the catcher was set up low, and that's what kind of took that call from him. Kenlinger takes his lead up first. 1-1 to Carrillo. Backdoor breaking ball misses away. Schwartzberg pleading his case with the frame job. The umpire recognizing it was pretty 3-4 balls off the plate maybe. Carrillo ahead 2-1. And he loops one in the left field shallow. Beal going out. He'll make the catch in a back pedal and fire into second base. So 1 out here in the inning, and Kenlinger will remain at first. So that'll bring up Justin Rubin, who's off to an excellent start. Rubin 6 for his first 11 at the plate, a .546 average. Gets greeted with the front door breaking ball that catches the corner. It looked like it might have missed a little bit in, but pretty close pitch. Kenlinger with the stolen base in each of the last 2 games. 0-1. And this is drilled out to center field, but going back, Darcy, he'll make the catch. Ball just kind of died. 2 outs in the inning for Nick Leahy. Leahy 1 for 3 with 2 walks in yesterday's affair. All 9 of the starting lineups got 5 at-bats. As that one gets called a strike, fastball on the outside corner. Oh, 1, and it almost hits him. Leahy has to jump out of the way of that. Looks like Zwollen just kind of lost the feel for that. Maybe slipped out of his hands. Landon West, who had a huge game yesterday, waits on deck. One is chop foul behind the plate. Leahy chasing a bender, dropping out of the zone. Pretty consistent breeze blowing left to right, so righty's definitely going to have some trouble getting serious lift out to left field. 1-2 is on the ground left side. The Beal has it to the backhand from the left field grass. He'll throw to first, and the first baseman Schmidt cannot make the catch. Kind of bounced it in there and looked like a very pickable ball. I think that'll probably go down as a hit. So the red-hot Landon West, as mentioned, 2 hits, 3 RBIs in yesterday's game. Had a bases-clearing double back in the 5th inning, which is what at the time really blew the game open and kind of put all the momentum to the Oaks' way. 2 on for Landon West. First pitch, pretty good spot right at the bottom of the zone for a strike. Outfield pretty much straight away. The 0-1. And a swing and a high fly ball to left field. Marquez trickling back in front of the warning track. As we mentioned, the ball just dying in there with that breeze blowing in. Oaks strand 2 as we head to the top of the second inning. Scoreless first across both sides as we head to the top of the second. Colin Clark going back out for another inning of work. Great example of what we were talking about last inning. The nice consistent breeze left to right on the outfield. It's really killing any ball hit by a right-handed hitter to the left side. I presume it helps some left-handed bats, though, if they want to pull something down the line. Good front door breaking ball greets Cesar Chavez, today's DH for the SunRays. Clark so far really jumping out ahead of hitters. First pitch strikes to 2 out of the first 3. That just misses inside. Pretty similar pitch to the one that greeted him to beginning the at-bat, but he doesn't get the call. Fastball catches the corner and he jumps ahead 1-2. "14 strikeouts in his 19 2/3 innings this past season at Oregon. Freshman campaign. 1-2 is fouled back straight towards us. Left fielder Isaiah Marquez waits on deck for the SunRays. Colin Clark ahead 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Just gets a piece actually at the plate. Fouls it off right at the plate. It was hit so softly we didn't even get an exit velocity read on that one. So we'll do it again. Clark an economical first inning thanks to the Nick Leahy unassisted double play. 1-2 pitch is fouled off to the right. Earliest start time of the season today, 1 p.m. here for the Oaks and SunRays. 1-2 is laced on the left field line, but he's out ahead. Chavez has been the best hitter for the SunRays. 8 for 17 start with a double. OPS over 1100. 1-2 and a swing and a miss into Galvan's glove. First strikeout of the day for Colin Clark, and it comes here in the second inning. You got a splitter on that? Got a changeup on that. Really good movement. It just keeps dropping out of the zone. It starts on the inner half, and it keeps darting not only down, but maybe even a little bit in, especially with the right-on-right matchup. It's always going to be a tougher look. Nasty stuff from Colin Clark. Marquez goes over the head of a changeup again. So he's really getting a feel for that and still starting these hitters with first pitch strikes. That's so refreshing to see, especially in the last couple games. While the Oaks 2-1 in the last 3, have had some command issues, quite a bit of walks in those samples. 0-1, and he's nowhere close to that. Another one, that one bouncing in. Takes his hitter's time out. Really having trouble. I mean, I wouldn't imagine a reason not to go back to it. He's got complete command over it, can throw it for a ball or a strike, but we'll see what he wants to do here. Outfield pretty much straight away, and the 0-2. Popped up right side into foul ground. West going over, but he'll have no play. It's well foul. The wind, that slight breeze left or right again, taking that ball. Right off the bat, it looked like it had a chance of at least staying in foul territory where West could maybe have a play. I'm not sure, but this looks like a similar umpire crew to yesterday. It could be the same. Oaks played the Saints yesterday, and 2 Saints players got ejected. The 0-2. And he grounds one foul. Looked like the curveball. Slider. So showcasing his arsenal early on. Marquez in an 0-2 hole. And he flares this one foul, just gets a piece. Pretty good, nice piece of hitting for Marquez. Marquez off to a rough start, just 4 for his first 22. He does have a triple. As a whole, the SunRays slugging 282, Marquez at 227. 0-2 straightens him up. Fastball with some lively run, misses a little in. That was the first heater in a couple pitches, so you got to imagine that looked like it was coming in faster than it was. Good 87, though. 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. There's that nasty changeup again. The second strikeout of the inning, the second strikeout on the changeup. Cooper, Colin Clark rolling right here. So that'll bring up the catcher, Dane Flashberg. Just 4 at-bats so far. 2 for 4 in that sample. First pitch is sprayed off to the right foul. .4 strikeouts per 9 in his first season at Oregon. As that pitch is chopped down the third base line. Colin Clark looking to strike out the side. Ahead 0-2. Just misses outside. Slider darting a little bit out of the zone. Really nice take there from Flashberg. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Colin Clark. The 1-2 to Flashberg. And that is strike 3. Disgusting stuff from Colin Clark. That slider drops in there as we go to the bottom of the second. Strikes out the side from Sparky Anderson Field. Bottom of the second, Colin Clark strikes out the side in the top half of the inning. Still a scoreless game in Sparky Anderson Field as Marcus Galvan, after a couple off days, gets the start again. We last saw Marcus on Thursday against the Santa Barbara Foresters in that 4-2 win. Oaks have taken the first 2 out of 3 against the very talented Foresters squad that sits at the top of the CCL. The first pitch is hung into left field, very shallow. Beal going out, and he'll have no play, and it rolls toward the bullpen. Galvan heading to second base, and that is going to be a stand-up double to start things off for Conejo here in the second. So Cooper Chef, we've been seeing a lot of those bloop hits. Both sides, really, the last couple games. There was a bloop triple on each side yesterday, and now a bloop double here to begin things for Marcus Galvan. First pitch to Cooper Chef. He yanks a fastball outside, ball 1. Cooper Chef playing in his first couple games as an Oak. It's really been a pleasant surprise. He's been elite defensively. The bat has been pretty solid too, but the defense really stands out. 1-0 pitch. Apparently misses upstairs. Looked like a pretty good fastball from Zwollen. Again, it looked like one of those that Schwartzberg was set up down. He had to really move his glove up. That could have cost him the call. Galvan at second. The 2-0 to Cooper Chef. And he chops one the other way. Estrada will fire to first, but to third, Galvan. 1 out in the inning, so a very productive ground out for Cooper Chef. So Reeve Boyd, well, we've seen a lot of Oregon guys come. Reeve Boyd out of Oregon State. Redshirted his first season. That's why it's been so impressive to see him swinging the bat so well. Ooh, tough strike call on Boyd to open him up. Falls behind 0-1. That looked like that slider missed about a ball and a half out. Galvan 90 feet away. The 0-1. And it's chopped slowly to the left side. This is going to score a run. Robicki fires to first, but it's an RBI on the 5-3 putout for Reeve Boyd. So good productive at-bats back-to-back for the Oaks. That's exactly what you want to see if you're Coach Solis. It's not the coolest thing ever, but it gets the job done as now the Oaks have some momentum here and the opening run of the game. Kai Caranto we last saw against Orange County 2 days ago. Got the start after a couple days off. Pretty good game for Kai, actually. 3 hits in that one, season high, as he muscles this one off to the right side on the ground. Schmidt to first. That'll retire the side, but the Oaks get a run on the bird. They're ahead 1-0 as we head to the top of the third. Top of the third inning, Colin Clark's day is done. Excellent job. He struck out the side to end the second. Looks like he was just on a kind of a plan by Coach Solis, easing back in. It's been quite a bit of time, obviously, since he last pitched, so no rush is hopefully a great sign of what's to come for Clark and the Oaks. 2 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts. Charlie Decker, the new pitcher, who's been excellent to start his Oaks tenure. Out of the University of Puget Sound, but 4 1/3 scoreless for Decker so far. He has inherited some jams, but he's been able to get out of them. Doesn't throw hard, but he knows how to locate as he gets a sword right there from Estrada, the second baseman. Looked like just 82 in the fastball, but again, the location is what he really lives off. He knows where he's putting it, and it's really paying dividends early on. 1-1, backdoor breaking ball. Just a little bit off, but it gets the call, friendly call from the home plate umpire. It was exactly where Galvan was set up, so with the CCL strike zone, that's probably always going to be a strike. 1-2 pitch. Goes back to it, but that one definitely misses away. Galvan letting the Oaks dugout know where that was. 8-9-1 here. Decker is poised to face. And that is by him. Fastball at 84 for the first strikeout of his afternoon here in the top of the third. All about the pitch tunneling. I imagine after throwing those breaking balls, the 84-mile-an-hour fastball definitely might look a little firmer than it really is. Good job by Decker to kind of understand the sequences of the at-bat for the 9-hitter, the shortstop Beal. Goes to the backdoor breaking ball, but that one misses. Decker, 12-5 strikeouts per 9 in his 4 1/3 for the Oaks. This one's looped into left field, very shallow. Caranto, full blast. He'll make, no, it'll go off his glove. Looked like he had it played on the routine, but it's going to go down as an error for Takai Caranto, so unlucky for Charlie Decker. Caranto getting his second start in left field of the summer, primarily a middle infielder. We usually see him at second base. Made a nice cutoff throw back in Compton last week, but definitely one that he's going to want to make sure he can get used to there. So it'll bring back up the top of the order center fielder Gabe Darcy, who singled to right. Nice swing righty to righty against Colin Clark in his first at bat. Good breaking ball from Charlie. That'll drop in there for a strike on the corner. Goes right back to the same spot, and he's living on it. Still misses outside, but Decker, knowing that he's getting the call consistently, there's no reason to really bring it any closer to the strike zone. The further away, the harder it's going to be for the hitter. Just shows the pinpoint command of Charlie. 0-2, and it's softly grounded up the middle. Chef tosses the second for one. Leaves for the first. Not in time. Fielder's choice. So Evan Robicki getting his second look. 5 for his first 26 entering this contest. Grounded into an unassisted 4-3 double play after that leadoff single from Gabe Darcy back in the first inning. Runner goes at first. The pitch is popped up to the right side. Galvan will go as far as he can, but it'll find foul ground just on top of the facing of the bleachers. Back-to-back warm days for the Oaks. While the wind is blowing left to right, you can imagine the warm air, especially with a lefty who really gets a good feel for one out to right field, could maybe propel a homer out of here. We have seen one long ball at Sparky Anderson Field that was against the MLB Academy Barons last week. Their right fielder, Zach Freeman, 409 feet off the facing of the screen in right, no doubter. But that's all we've seen exit the field so far. 0-1 is popped up to center field. Kenlinger straight away, sunglasses on, he'll make the catch for out number 3. Charlie Decker gets 4 outs as that bat's barrel goes out towards the mound on the broken piece. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Charlie Decker, after relieving Colin Clark, tosses a scoreless frame. Forced to get 4 outs, but he does it well after an error in left field by Kai Caranto. But top of the order, Tommy Kenlinger back up for the Oaks. Tommy's been, along with Austin Carrillo, really like the perfect leadoff man for Coach Solis. Already 1 for 1 on the day. What's new after his 3-hit performance yesterday? First pitch, slider misses away. Zwollen, a 4.89 ERA this past season at Saddleback, the champions of JUCO baseball, which, in case you don't know, is extremely competitive, and most certainly they can hang with some good D1s with the level of talent there. A lot of guys obviously transferring to Power 5s after their 2-year tenures. 1-1 pitch is chopped foul. Kenlinger well late of the fastball. Looks like it might have a little bit of sink on it. Kind of what you're looking for with those in the lower portion of the zone, some ground balls. But Tommy behind here, 1-2. And he fights that one off to the right foul, stays alive. Oaks with 3 hits in this game. 1 run has come across on the RBI ground out from Reeve Boyd last inning. That plated Marcus Galvan. 1-2 pitch. Bender misses upstairs. Borderline call. Tommy actually asking the on-plate umpire about it. I'm not sure what that would be, whether, or him just asking like how close perhaps. Austin Carrillo waits on deck. 2-2. And a swing and a foul tip at the plate. Just barely gets a piece. That breaking ball darting well out of the zone, but pretty good movement on the righty-to-righty matchup. 1-2-3 expected in the inning. If anybody gets on Nick Leahy, will have a chance. 2-2 is sent to center field. Some trouble out there initially for Darcy, but he recovers into the right center field gap to retire Kenlinger. As promised, Austin Carrillo for the 2nd time today. Popped up to Biel at shortstop in his first plate appearance back in the 1st. Outfield straight away pretty much, well, the SunRays a new team, but everybody in the CCL, this is his 3rd season here. They know the scouting report. Contact and power to all fields as he takes one downstairs. He also knows the strike zone very well. Eight walks to 3 strikeouts so far. 1-0 pitch catches the outside corner on the back door. Bender. Carrillo nodded in agreement. Really good spot from Zwollen. No walks in the game on either side. And the 1-1 is laced out towards left center field. That's down for a hit in front of Darcy. He plays it in the left center field gap. One out single, Austin Carrillo. Well, that's just a beautiful piece of hitting. Backdoor breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. Carrillo takes it exactly where it was pitched. 91, 71 in, 91 out. Not always easy to do with the soft stuff in a wood bat. In between innings, we were talking about why there's a lot less home runs. It really mostly comes down to wood bats. Obviously, metal, things would be launched left and right. It's kind of interesting. These guys, they play their entire college season with metal bats, and then they come to summer, they got to bring out the woods. And we've really seen these bats just break like twigs. That last play, that fly out to Tommy Kenlinger in the past inning with Charlie Decker on the bump, as that one catches the top of the zone. The entire barrel, I actually didn't catch it immediately, but only after the play ended, was out on the mound, and Charlie Decker walked over to the umpire and handed him the entire barrel of the bat. 1-1 pitch will miss down and away. Justin Rubin flew out to Darcy in center, his first AB. Had the off day yesterday, but he was in there back this past Friday against the Riptide. Can only DH this summer. The 2-1 is launched to left field on a line, and it'll fall in front of Marquez. Carrillo rounds second, but he'll head back. Back-to-back base hits for the Oaks here, and something brewing for Nick Leahy. As I was mentioning, currently nursing a shoulder injury, which is keeping him out of the field, but with the DH, still able to get action in there. He's really become the Oaks' primary designated hitter. Of course, other guys filtering in and out of that position, but for the most part, it will look like Justin Rubin will take on that role this summer. Nick Lee, who singled in his first at-bat, now has two in runners in scoring position. And the first pitch is hit sharply up the middle into center field. Carrillo getting the windmill. He'll round third and head for home. Going to third will be Rubin. It's an RBI single for Nick Leahy. 3 straight knocks for the Oaks. Really good piece of hitting, 98 off the bat. He's been scorching balls this summer. His second year as an Oak. Last summer, struggled quite a bit, but he's kind of one of those guys who it seemed whenever he really hit one hard, he would always find a glove. Runners at the corners for West. And in the first pitch is lined the other way, but foul. Now 6 hits in this game for the Oaks. Off C.J. Zwollen. Rubin at third, Leahy on first. The 0-1 starting to stop for Leahy, but he heads back. That ball will miss outside on the fastball. One is chopped to the left side. Beal has some trouble with it. Now he'll go to first, but he'll have no play. Was thinking too before he even had that ball, and an error here for the SunRays. And that's huge. You might have thought, well, doesn't get the out at second, they'll get it at first, but nobody out. Everybody's safe on the play. Run scores in the back door. West does not pick up the RBI though. But all you want is just some more Oaks runs here early on. Now Marcus Galvan, who doubled in his first at-bat, blooped down the left field line, gets his second look at C.J. Zwollen. Really good spot on the outside edge with the fastball. And this is popped up to shallow center field. Darcy started, now will go back a couple steps and make the catch for the second out of the inning. Runners stay put. So that'll bring up Cooper Sheff, who had a very productive quality at bat in any coach's book, with Galvan at second and nobody out in the inning in the past second inning. He grounded out to the second baseman Estrada to move him over to third with an out, and then Boyd plated him on a ground out to third himself. 2 on for Cooper Sheff. Zwallen yanks a fastball away. One-0 will miss upstairs. Close pitch, but not getting the call is Zwallen. Leahy on second, West on first. 2 runs home in the inning already. The 2-0. And that's hit sharply through the right side into right field. Leahy coming around to score. West will stop at second. Another RBI single as they play station to station here. It's now 4-0 Conejo. Good swings all around indeed. We've seen these Oaks hitters just take the ball where they're pitching Austin Carrillo. A nice backdoor breaking ball he sends in the left center field gap. Same thing right here. Cooper Sheff, the righty to righty, darting away from him, just taps the barrel out, and that is exactly what you want to see. Just not doing too much, and it seems to be working on early. 4-0 already. So Reeve Boyd takes down low. Looks like Zwallen's getting kind of fresh air on the mound after he released that and saw it go down low. He flared his arms up, like wondering why he can't get a good feel for these pitches. And then when he does make a nice pitch, the Oaks are just beating him and doing even better. 1-0 misses just downstairs. Pretty close pitch. Could have gone either way with that bender. Kai Caranto waits on deck. Anybody gets on, then Tommy Kedlinger will have another chance. He led off the inning. 2-0 strains him up and will miss up and in. 3-0. Imagine if he gets one he likes, he might have the green light here. Oaks seeing C.J. Zwallen very well early on. And this is the SunRays' best starter, I might add. 3-0 catches the corner. Looked to make it might have missed a little bit outside, but pretty close pitch. In the CCL, that's almost always going to get the call. Never going to be an MLB strike zone. Good hitters count to a good hitter as he sprays that one off to the right foul. Finds the swimming pool over there at Cal Lutheran. Three runs home in the inning for the Oaks. Runners will be on the move on this pitch. The payoff. Will do it again. He fouls it off to the right out of play. West on second with Sheff on first. The 3-2. Good fight from Reeve Boyd as he spoils another one. That one a front door breaking ball. Always a little bit more difficult with the same side matchup, staying in on those front door pitches. Sometimes they might even look like they'll hit you and they'll just drop right there. Sometimes even down the middle. We'll do it again, 3-2 as the runners go. And he fouls it back. All these balls going out of play. The umpire asking for some more baseballs, at least after the inning concludes. Inning started with a Kenlinger flyout, and then Carrillo, Rubin, and Leahy with back-to-back singles. Leahy plating Carrillo, and an error and a flyout, and then another RBI single by Boyd. As this one is chopped to the right side, Estrada, he'll flip underhand to first to retire the side, but the damage has been done. The Oaks score 3 times in the inning. It's 4-0 as we head to the top of the fourth. Yeah. Top of the fourth inning. Oaks now with the 4-0 lead. A lot of action in the bottom half of the third. Looking to keep that momentum as Charlie Decker goes lefty to lefty with the Schmidt. Trevor Schmidt. Second hit of the game, he singled in his first plate appearance as Decker falls behind 2-0, trying to paint the outside corner with both those pitches, but just far enough and off to not get the call. 2-0 pitch is lifted in the air to left field. Caranto goes back on it, now makes the catch about 30 feet in front of the track for out number one. So another lefty-lefty matchup. Carson Case flew out to Caranto back in the first that concluded the inning and stranded 2 SunRays. And he cues this one foul behind the plate. A 1 pitch, good front door bender right on the inside corner. Kind of what we were talking about last inning, especially lefty-lefty. So difficult to stay in there. Looks like it's not going to be a strike, might even hit you. Then it drops right there where he wants it, especially when you get it on the corner. Decker ahead 0-2. Yanks a fastball away. Decker just 5'9", 145, but he's able to use every pound for pound to propel a fastball to the mid-80s. Tries to go to the back door again, but that miss is well down and in. This one is served the other way, but foul. Good job by Trevor Case just to stay alive and flick it off. Did seem to miss off the plate, but you never know in the CCL. One-two pitch is popped mile high to the left side. It'll be Boyd in foul territory, and he doesn't make the catch. Another defensive miscue for the Oaks is that ball just kept tailing foul off the left-handed bat of Case, so he's going to get another life. And again, for Charlie Decker, it seems like he might have to get 4 outs here. There's some more action in the Oaks bullpen. Looks like Reagan Gale, you last saw in Santa Barbara. 2-2 pitch is sent shallow to the left side of the infield. This one is for sure catchable for Boyd. 2 outs in the inning. Nice job by Charlie Decker, and whenever there's anything miscue that he can't control, always bounces back with an even better pitch. Cesar Chavez gets his second look, takes a fastball on the outside edge. Changeup misses downstairs. Decker's fastball and changeup, about a 6-mile-an-hour difference. Not the biggest one, but the movement is what really gets hitters perplexed. 1-1 pitch misses outside. Decker, who's really low in the walks and has great command. While he does have two outs in the inning, he has fallen behind of each hitter this inning. I'm sure it's a little bit frustrating for Charlie, considering he's so used to just pounding the zone as he does right there. Very nice bender. Catches the corner exactly where Galvan wanted it. Looking for a clean 1-2-3 inning. 2-2 pitch. And it's popped up shallow to the right side. Carrillo starts in. Now he's going to go back a couple steps, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nice job by Charlie Decker as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-0 Conejo. Four 0 Oaks over the San Diego SunRays. These two meeting up for the first time ever. It's SunRays, a new team in the CCL. Kai Caranto getting his second AB today. The only member of the starting nine not to get an at-bat in the third. Tommy Kendlinger led off that inning, and then 8 Oaks hitter came to the plate and out to a nice 3-run inning. Now we stand 4-0 on the game. Kai grounded out into a 3 unassisted, his first AB. CJ Zwollen still out there, and the 0-1 will miss up with the fastball. One, pretty good spot on the corner. Zwollen was asking the home plate umpire where it missed. He said in, as we presumed, but it looked like it did catch a little bit of the plate. 2-1. I think he might have run around. They check. Yeah, he did. Breaking ball there. Looked like a strike for quite a bit. Caranto not able to hold up. Top of the order, Tommy Kendlinger waits on deck. 2-2 is hit sharply to the ground on the right side. A little bobble there for Estrada. He picks up, and it's not in time. Kai Caranto legs it out. Great hustle for Kai. That'll still most likely go down as an E4. Well, we've seen this really the entire season. The Oaks players, they're hustling on anything. You never know. That's what you love. Had he not been running, Estrada would have been able to recover. But instead of one out, nobody on, Caranto, as good as a leadoff single. First pitch to Tommy, misses way out. Kenlinger 1 for 2 so far, getting his third look here in the fourth. Singled back in the first. Austin Carrillo waits on deck. 7 hits for the Oaks so far in this one. The 2-0 is starting to stop for Caranto as Kenlinger takes way outside, but it's still called a strike. Even from here, we could see that was off. And then we took a double check at TrackMan. Looked like it was about a baseball and a half. 2-1 drops in there right down the middle for a strike. Looks like Tommy was looking for something else. One of those breaking balls that starts on the inside edge and then kind of falls right down the heart of the plate. So not always easy to recognize. 2-2 is on the ground on the left side and through into left field. Not hit too hard as Caranto has to get back. And he does. Caranto, I don't know what that was. He took a really wide turn and maybe daydreaming a little bit out there, but he's able to get back. He was not halfway, but almost halfway, about 15, 17 feet off the bag at second base. That was one of those that wasn't hit all too hard, but it just found the exact right spot to get through that 5.5 hole and into left field. Austin Carrillo getting a second look in as many innings as we're going to get a mound visit with the SunRays being a new team. I'm not sure if this is their manager or it's going to be a pitching change here as a southpaw is warming up in the pen and looking to walk over. So that looks like it'll do it most likely for CJ Zwollen. We'll just make sure as the lefty's already on the field. But it is a longer conversation here. So now they're pushing him off. And it looks like CJ Zwollen wants to stay in this game. Well, initially what I thought was he never called out there, so I thought it was kind of weird for him to run out there because usually you wait for the manager to signal right or left depending on what hand you are. But it looks like it's going to be kind of a coaching here for the SunRays and CJ Zwollen. Pretty long visit as now the home plate umpire is heading out to break things up. Looks like it's concluding. So a great opportunity for the Oaks, and it just magnifies how huge it was for Caranto to hustle out that air. Because now you got 2 guys on, nobody out, instead of 1 man on and 1 out, where you could still end the inning with 1 swing of the bat, a double play. Carrillo's yet to ground into a double play this summer. And he shows bunt, but he fouls it off to the left. Carrillo popped up to the shortstop Beal in the first and then singled to start that rally in the third after Kenlinger flew out to begin the inning. The Oaks plated 3. Now getting another look here in the fourth. 2 on for Austin. Outfield pretty much straight away again. The 0-1 pitch is hooked foul into the dugout. There's a rare chase from Carrillo. Looked like maybe a curveball. Very low, almost in the dirt. You don't always see that, Austin, as we mentioned. 8 walks to 3 strikeouts coming into this game. It's no secret, no surprise, I should say, that he's put an on-base percentage over 500 in his last 2 collegiate seasons. Oaks looking to add some more insurance. The 0-2 to Carrillo will miss down and away. Good job by Schwartzberg to corral it and not let it get away. Reagan Gale still warming up for the Oaks down in the pen. 1-2, and he goes around. Fastball down in the zone that Carrillo chases. So though a strikeout, that's actually going to be the first strikeout of the day for C.J. Zwollen, and it comes in the 4th inning. But all of a sudden, the SunRays one pitch away of getting out of this one. Justin Rubin, who was a part of that string of 3 hits in a row, back in the 3rd, getting his third look, I should say. Still a big opportunity for the Oaks. 2 outs to play with. And the 0-0 pitch is fouled off into the parking lot. Just misses a BMW that now has started driving away because of that. Little reaction there from the driver. He goes around on the fastball. Home plate umpire calling it himself. Looked like it might have even caught the zone anyways, but finding himself in an 0-2 hole is Rubin. And at the current moment, whatever happened in that mound visit looks to have worked. 2 ducks on the pond for the Oaks. The 0-2. And that is strike 3. Gets the friendly call about a baseball and a half off the plate on the fastball, and it's now back-to-back strikeouts, and the first 2 strikeouts of the day for C.J. Zwollen. So the Oaks, who had 2 runners on and nobody out, all of a sudden find themselves after 2 strikeouts in the same situation, but with only 1 out to go. Nick Leahy, who plated Austin Carrillo last inning on an RBI single, standing in. Landon West waits on deck. First pitch to Leahy, and he squibs 1 foul behind the plate. So by the looks of it, Charlie Decker just going the 2 innings after the starter Colin Clark went 2 for Gale, who's worked 1 inning in his appearances so far. The 0-1 misses way outside. A lot of speed on the bases. Caranto at second and Kenlinger, who we know can fly at first. So something in the gap could spell 2 more runs for the Oaks. Two and one. Well, when Zwollen's been missing with the fastball, he's been consistently yanking it. But he seems to have a pretty good feel for his breaking ball this inning. We'll see what he wants to do here ahead or behind 2 and 1. Goes with the fastball and it misses upstairs. Again, one of those borderline pitches, but with the catcher Schwartzberg set up away, having to move his glove pretty much across the entire plate. Not usually going to get the most friendly call. Good hitters count to a good hitter. The 3-1. And that misses downstairs for ball 4. The first walk of the day on either side comes here in the 4th inning with 2 outs. So all of a sudden, a bases loaded opportunity for Landon West. And if you remember to yesterday, as we're going to get a pitching change here, I will comment on that when we come back. But the Oaks up 4-0 here, pitching change in the 4th. Welcome back. New pitcher for the SunRays, Jeremiah Enix. Landon West, who had a bases clearing double yesterday, getting another look today in the same situation. Bases yoked with Oaks for Landon West. And the first one strains him up. Fastball yanked inside at 87. Caranto at third, Kenlinger at second, and Leahy on first. Nowhere to put him. The 1-0 to West. And he's tardy on a fastball. Good lively movement on the outside edge. Looks like it's another one of those pitches that has a little bit of sink to it. 13 inches of vertical movement. Changeup just misses. We've been seeing that get called really the entire game. It did miss off the plate, but about 1-2 balls off, and the catcher Schwartzberg set up there. Kind of a surprise. Hopefully Landon could take advantage of it. 3 ducks on the pond, nowhere to put them. The 2-1 coming up to Landon West. Just catches the bottom of the zone. Landon asking the home plate umpire about it, but it did appear to be a strike. Another one of those sinkers with a lot of movement. 3 earned runs in 3 2/3 so far for Enix, but so far his stuff looks to break quite a bit. 2-2 pitch. That'll miss up and away, so the count will run full. There's Oaks at every base. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners will be on the move on this pitch. The payoff. And that misses downstairs. It's going to be a run anyways, but Kenlinger going to, or actually that hit Landon. So that's why Kenlinger wasn't running around, because the home plate umpire was signaling about the hit by pitch. So West will pick up an RBI in that, but they'll play station to station. It's now 5-0 Conejo. And Marcus Galvan going to have a lefty-to-lefty look with Enix. First pitch, catches the corner. Oaks definitely going to look to want to do more damage. They had 2 runners on and nobody out, but then back-to-back strikeouts before a walk to Nick Leahy. 0-1 tries to go back to that spot, but he yanks it a little bit too much, and he'll miss way outside. One pitch. Again going to that spot, but not getting the call. Did miss outside. 2-1. Kenlinger at third, Leahy on second, and West on first. Bases loaded, and a 5-0 ball game. Oaks looking for some more. 2-1 pitch. And he's again going to that exact same location, but still yanking it a little bit. Yeah, even back to that Landon West at bat when he was trying to go in to the righty, he was yanking it. As we saw, he got hit by that pitch, so kind of a mechanical struggle right now. Bases full of Oaks. The 3-1 to Marcus Galvan. And he grounds one sharply to the left side. Beal will just go the short way at second. to force out Landon West there. The Oaks get one on the bases loaded hit by pitch, but we're heading to the top of the fifth inning. Top of the fifth inning. The Oaks get one more in the bottom half of the fourth. New pitcher after Charlie Decker relieved Colin Clark. Decker went 2 scoreless. So did Clark, but now it's going to be Reagan Gale. Gale has only pitched 1 inning in his appearances this season, but he's been very good aside from this one really rough outing against the Saints. Besides that, Gale's been pretty elite, to say the least. Just pitching, it's pretty chill. 1-0 is lined the other way, but it's going to hook foul. Gale has appeared in 4 games, 3 1/3. All those earned runs for just coming from that one game against the Saints, but besides then, he's been really solid for this team. Redshirted at Houston Christian last season, but entered the transfer portal just a week into this summer. Obviously, these innings, something Gale putting a lot of emphasis into as he tries to find where his baseball journey will take him next. Isaiah Marquez, the left fielder who struck out, that was to the starter Clark, gets his second look, and he is well tardy on a fastball. Disgusting stuff from Reagan Gale as he gets a strikeout to open his outing here in the 5th. Catcher Dane Flashberg, who was another strikeout victim. That was back in the 2nd when Colin Clark struck out the side. That time was looking. Good bender on the outside edge for Reagan. Drops in there for strike 1. – 0-1. Schwartzberg thought about it, but able to lay off. With the righty-to-righty matchup, looked like a strike for a lot of the way for sure. 1-1 pitch, he doesn't get the call. Looked like a pretty good pitch on the high and inside corner. I mean, it was a strike. There's no debate about it, but kind of we've been seeing that a little bit, not getting called, but it's pretty inconsistent all around. 2-1, and he's well tardy on a sinker. The 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He's well late on that off-speed pitch. No answer there for Schwartzberg as Gale gets his second strikeout in as many batters. Slider there from Gale, 83 miles an hour. Ended up basically right down the middle, but it started on the inside edge and kind of getting a weird look at it as this one is looped in the left field. Caranto started back, now he's coming in. He'll make the catch by the shoe tops as Reagan Gale with a nice 1-2-3 inning as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Bottom of the fifth inning. Cooper Chef going to lead it off for the Oaks in a 5-0 game here against the San Diego SunRays. As mentioned, this is the first time these two have met ever in the history of Conejo Oaks. San Diego SunRays, a new team in the CL. Cooper Chef, who picked up an RBI on his base hit back in the third, getting his third look of the day and first look against Jeremiah Enix. Reeve Boyd waits on deck. Six out of 9 hitters in the starting lineup for the Oaks have recorded base hits. Chef is one of them. 1-0 pitch is at the knees. Five nothing Oaks. As it gets straightened up on that one. Yanking that fastball, it looked like, inside. A lot of sink on his movement. He struggled so far, 7.36 ERA in his tenure to begin the summer with the SunRays. But it looks like he's got some pretty nasty stuff from what we've seen. He did hit Landon West with a pitch when he entered the game for the starter C.J. Zwollen, but aside from that, he got Marcus Galvan to ground into a force out, 6-4. 3-1. And he gets a walk here, is Chef. First walk issued by Jeremiah Enix. Six strikeouts in the 3 2/3 for Enix. Now back-to-back innings, the Oaks have gone a leadoff base runner. Number 9 hitter Kai Caranto on deck. First pitch to Reed Boyd on the corner, went to a fastball to get it for a strike. Oh, 1 is sent softly to the right side, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Hit it where they ain't for Reed Boyd. That's kind of similar to that Tommy Kendlinger single back in the 4th. It just not hit too hard, only 55, but found the exact right hole. Not a lot of range from Trevor Schmidt, the first baseman. Something brewing now, back-to-back innings. The Oaks have had first and second and nobody out. Top of the order, Tommy Kendlinger waits with Caranto, getting his 3rd plate appearance of this one. Still no hits yet, but he did reach on that error to begin the last inning. First pitch to Kai is there for a strike. Went to a fastball on the inside edge. Was Enix. Wind is picking up quite a bit more from left to right, so anything to the left side from right-handed hitters definitely. As this is going to be a double steal, a great jump by both of them. Absolutely no chance. You could hear the coach in the first base dugout saying, "Talk out there." That is just pretty sloppy baseball by the SunRays. Cooper Chef, by the time that pitch was thrown, he was basically in between second and third base, just getting secondary leads. Absolutely no talk from the SunRays infield. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Kai. The Oaks looking to add some more here in the 5th. One pitch is on the inside edge. Good fastball. Well, we've been seeing kind of a trend going on here. Enix to right-handed hitters, he's really going inside with them, but to lefties, he's starting to stay away. So he's consistently throwing to the same part of the plate, the inner half for a righty or the outside corner for a lefty. 1-2 is nowhere close. Looked like maybe a changeup slipped out of the hand. More action in the SunRays bullpen. Right-hander up. Chef on third and Boyd on second in a 5-0 game. Oaks looking to extend the lead. The 2-2 pitch to Caranto. Up and away. 3-2. So a rare fastball in the outside corner to a right-handed batter. Enix with 1 walk on his outing. That was to begin this inning. Cooper Chef taking the base on balls. Two in scoring position in the payoff. Swing and a miss. He's tardy on the fastball on the inside edge. First strikeout of the day for Jeremiah Enix. So that'll bring up the top of the order, Tommy Kendlinger. 2 hits already in this game. What's new? Red hot so far for the Oaks to start the summer is Tommy. The SunRays have brought the first baseman Schmidt even with the lip of the grass, but not quite even is the third baseman Robicki. First pitch to Tommy. Misses down low. Chef on third and Boyd on second. The 1-0. And he lines one the other way into right field. Coming in full blast is Case. He will not get there. Right in on a hop, or actually he will just barely make the catch to retire Kenlinger. So 2 outs in the inning. Kind of similar outcomes after starting the innings in these last 2 innings. 2 runners on and nobody out. Now 2 runners on, 2 outs. This time, though, with scoring position on the double steal. Austin Creo, lefty to lefty. 1 out of 3. Getting his 4th plate appearance already, and it comes in the 5th inning. Five nothing Oaks here against the San Diego SunRays. 2 in scoring position for Austin Carrillo. The 1-0. That'll miss way outside. But again, it looks like he's trying to paint the outside corner, but he's just struggling to get that feel and that pinpoint release. You can see Jeremiah Enix is pretty frustrated with himself on the mound, kind of scowling at himself as he took the ball back to the rubber. Austin Carrillo ahead 2-0. That'll miss down and out. 3-0. We'll see if Carrillo has the green light. I'd imagine he would. Here in a 5-0 game. 2 ducks on the pond for Austin. 3-0. Thought about it, but he takes outside, and it's a 4-pitch walk. The second free pass of the inning issued by Jeremiah Enix. So Justin Rubin picked up a knock in the 3rd inning, 1 for 3 as a whole. Bases loaded here for the Oaks. First pitch to Rubin. And he launches one out to left center field. Full blast Marquez into the gap. He's not going to get there. It rolls to the warning track. 1 run is home. 2 runners home. Here comes the 3rd in Carrillo. Bases clearing double Justin Rubin. It's now 8-0. Well, we saw something similar yesterday with Landon West clearing in the bases. Now Justin Rubin, as Marquez, it looked like he was going to have a play on it, but the wind, as we've been talking about all game long, blowing left to right, and it just got a hold of that. Even though righty balls are going to be hooking more towards the line, it just kind of found its way in the left center field gap, and it clears the deck for the Oaks. So that has completely blown this game open. Nick Leahy, and he'll send one towards right center field. Darcy into the gap, calls off Case, but the damage, it has been done. A 3-run RBI double for Justin Rubin, as we are now at an 8-0 ball game with the Oaks on top. We head to the top of the 6th. 8-0 Oaks. The Oaks have now scored in 3 consecutive innings as we head to the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher for Conejo, Luis Luers. We saw last week. It's been quite a bit since we last saw Luis. He's going to face 9-1-2. Shortstop Beal. Only getting his second at bat today as that first pitch is fouled straight back. Reagan Gale went just the 1 inning, striking out 2 and getting that pop up to left field. Luers has been excellent so far, 6 2/3, no earned runs, 9 strikeouts, and no walks. Actually, 5 walks. I was looking at the wrong column in the statistics sheet, but still elite nonetheless. 1-1 pitch is cued foul by the on-deck circle, where the top of the order Gabe Darcy waits on deck. Luers ahead 1-2. As I mentioned, 9 strikeouts in the 6 2/3. He's been pretty much dominant with the swing and miss stuff. That'll miss inside, so the count will even at 2. Currently nobody warming in the Oaks bullpen. Luers has gone multiple frames a couple times in his appearances. But we'll see a lot of that to come. 2-2. And this one is sent high in the air to left field. Kenlinger into the left center field gap. He'll make the catch below the cap high for out number 1. Looks like a breaking ball that caught maybe a little bit more of the zone than Luis would have liked. Wanted on the outside corner. Missed. Not right down the middle, but in that general area, you could say. So top of the order, Gabe Darcy, who singled to lead off the game for the SunRays back in the 1st. Since then, he's ground into a fielder's choice, and these guys only getting their 3rd AB, as it's been a lot of Oaks, as this one is hit very well out to left field. Carranza going straight back into the warning track area. He'll make the catch by his belt. So kind of a half over-the-shoulder catch that ends up closer to the ground than maybe Kai would have liked, but getting his 2nd start out there in left field. Nice play tracking down that one. Coming in at 74 and leaving at 92. As we've mentioned, the wind is not friendly to right-handed batters here at Sparky Anderson. If you want to hit one out to left field, you really got to hit one. Landon West, obviously, yesterday launched that ball. I believe it was 389 feet. That one hopped the wall in left center field. Had he hit it to dead left field, that would have left, but definitely left-handed batters have a better shot. So 2 quick flyouts for Luis Luers, and Robicki getting his 3rd look of the day. Taken all the way on the 1-0, and he'll take inside. See if he does that again. That was kind of weird to see a hitter take all the way with that. It looks like he'll do the same thing, the bat just resting on his shoulder, but he was taking all the way, and he'll take a strike. Good pitch that catches the bottom of the zone. Trevor Schmidt waits on deck. 2-1 from Luers. Good spot down and away. It looked like it might have missed, but we've been seeing that getting called both sides all game long, so both sides are trying to live there. Two-two pitch. And it's lined to left field. That's down for a hit towards the left field line. Carranza there to cut it off, as pulling the brakes on at first base is Robicki. So it's going to be a 2-out single to extend things for Trevor Schmidt. Prior to that, Oaks pitching is retired 8 in a row. And Trevor Schmidt laces this one out towards left center field. Kenlinger tries to lay out, and it gets by him and rolls to the wall. Coming around first and scoring is Robicki. Rounding second, heading the third, Schmidt. He's going to get there at the stand-up RBI triple. The SunRays are on the board. It's now 8-1. Well, had the look to be a potential web gen play for Tommy Kenlinger, but that ball was slicing off the left-handed bat away from him. And that was the hardest hit ball of the game, I believe, 99 miles an hour, and an excellent swing on a pitch. And Luers made his pitch down and away with the breaking ball, exactly where he wanted it. And that's the reason why Casey Schmidt or Trevor Schmidt is hitting third. So now Case gets a look. He'll take outside. Obviously frustrating for a pitcher. You make your pitch, you get it exactly where you want it, executed it perfectly, and the hitter just beats you. It just happens. Getting those exit velos up there, always a little bit more difficult with the wood bats. As this pitch is lined into right field for a base hit. From third comes Schmidt, and all of a sudden, with 2 outs, it's now 8-2. Well, this just shows how crucial it was to have that bases clearing double for Justin Rubin. Because had that not happened, this would be 5-2, and the SunRays would be very much in this game. Obviously, 8-2, the game's not over, but more comfortable of a lead, to say the least. So now 3 straight hits for the SunRays off Luers. These are the first earned runs of Luers' summer. Comes after he's pitched 6 2/3 scoreless, entering today's outing. Colin Clark started this game on the bump, then Charlie Decker took it for 2. Reagan Gale went for 1, and now Luers working into the 6th. That pitch misses just a little bit. We saw that get called in the last at-bat, so you could understand Luers' frustration, but you never really know what you're going to get with CCL umpires. 2-0 misses out, and now all of a sudden Luers falling behind 3-0. There is going to be action in the bullpen. Ty Walton running out there for the Oaks. He's going to start stretching and tossing in just a moment. 3-0 pitch, taking all the way and taking right down the middle. Throw back from Galvan briefly gets away, but no harm, no foul. Nick Leahy tosses it back. It's now 5 hits in this game for the SunRays as Luers checks back on Case, but he's back safely with the slide. Three-one pitch. Down and away on the corner. We saw that get called a ball on 2-0, but called both 1 out of 2 times in this at-bat and in the at-bats prior in this inning. Luers works it back to a full count. The runner will be on the move on the pitch. And it misses downstairs for ball 4. Well, I mentioned 5 walks in the 6 2/3 entering the outing for Luers. So while he has been solid, very good to say the least, entering this outing, he has struggled command as Coach Sully is going to come out. This is definitely going to just be a mound visit because Ty Walton just started throwing. But a little bit of a concern. The Oaks still with a comfortable 8-2 lead, but definitely don't want to make sure that they could stop any of this bleeding and get back to scoring some more runs. So the mound visit has concluded. It'll be Isaiah Marquez. He struck out in both plate appearances swinging. First time was against the starter Colin as he sends a high fly ball to left field. Carranza going back full blast onto the warning track, and it's going to one-hop the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. It's all of a sudden 8-4. Well, kind of what's turned into a disaster inning after getting the first two batters of the inning to fly out. Hitting it very hard. That one at 102 miles an hour off the bat. So the Oaks lead is now cut in half. The catcher, Dane Flashburn, who was also, prior to this at bat, strikeout victim in both innings, or both plate appearances. 1-0 pitch is there on the corner. Good fastball from Lures. And he's late on that, and it goes just foul. That actually ended up being a lot closer to fair than it looked to initially. It was a check swing foul on a pitch inside, just got sawed off. And in case you don't know, the ruling is on those ground balls is if it crossed over the bag. And if it crosses over the bag and then if it's already bounced prior to that and lands in foul territory after crossing over, it's still a fair ball. But the home first base umpire, obviously with a much better angle than we do, Flashberg behind 1-2. Not biting at that slider from Lures. Flashberg with a closed stance. You don't always see that these days. Very closed, I might add. 2-2 pitch is sent in the air to left center field. Playable for Tommy Kettlinger. Calls off Caranto, makes the catch. But the SunRays getting a lot of damage done. All of a sudden, they've cut the Oaks lead in half. It's now 8-4. Welcome back to Sparky Anderson Field. It's the bottom of the 6th inning with the Oaks coming up. It's going to be 4, 5, 6, and 7 for the Oaks. Kind of a rough inning it turned out to be. Luis Lures got the first 2 hitters in the top half to fly out, and then with 2 outs and nobody on base, the SunRays put up 4 runs out of nowhere. And now where we sit, it is an 8-4 game. As there's a pinch hitter for Landon West, it's going to be Max Audet. Lefty to lefty with Jeremiah Enix. Kind of interesting to see a pinch hit appearance, especially with this matchup. I'm not sure. Maybe Landon just getting the rest of the day off, but hopefully it's nothing related to some sort of injury. He was hit by a pitch, if you don't remember, back, and he picked up an RBI in this last inning, or 2 innings ago, actually. But we'll see. If we find any word on that, we'll get you guys updated. But Audet, newly into the game, ahead 2-0. 3-0. Enix nowhere close on that pitch. Audet just a 1-for-10 start to his tenure on the Oaks this season. He's a returner. Very good season last year. He had a home run for the Oaks. He plays at St. John's. 3-0 taken all the way, and he takes a strike. Pretty much down the middle. No harm, no foul. Audet, one of those guys who really stays in there against lefties. Always a valuable asset in today's game. 3-1, and he chases one upstairs, and the count will run full. Payoff pitch to Audet, and that's on the outside corner. Max didn't like the call, but it did appear to catch the edge. So a strikeout looking to get things going here in the 6th. So Marcus Galvan now. Galvan doubled back in the 2nd and later came around to score on a RBI ground out from Reeve Boyd. Since then, he has flown out to center field as he almost gets hit by this one and grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the 4th inning. Galvan just coming off his freshman season at Grand Canyon. Only 17 at-bats, but 6 hits, including a home run at BYU. The 1-0. I actually saw that home run. Was flipping through just random game replays. I'm like, oh, Grand Canyon, Marcus Galvan. It was an absolute bomb. About 415 feet to right center field. He's not tall, but he's got a lot of pop in that bat. Kind of light tower power for Marcus. 2-0 pitch. And he grounds one sharply left side. Beal to his left, throws to first. 2 quick outs here in the 6th. And if you're the Oaks, you definitely just want to make sure that you're going to get more runs across, because what it looks like now, even though we're up 8-4, a lot of the momentum has turned towards the SunRays. SunRays sit in last place in the CCL in their first season as part of the league. Established 2024. Cooper Chef coming in. He walked in his last plate appearance in the 5th. Got an RBI single in the 3rd, and then he grounded out to second base in the 2nd. Picked up a stolen base last time up as he jumps ahead of Enix 2-0. Reeve Boyd waits on deck. 2-0 pitch is grounded sharply to the right side. Estrada in a slide, and it goes through him into right field. That's most likely going to be a base hit for Cooper Chef. Wasn't the easiest play, but you could see some guys making that. So the number 8 hitter, Reeve Boyd, coming up. 1 for 3 with an RBI and a stolen base to his name. Out of Oregon State. And the first pitch is launched out to right center field and deep. Darcy going back onto the warning track at the wall, and it's off the wall. Coming around third and scoring is going to be Chef, as that ball was absolutely crushed by Reeve Boyd to the opposite field. 390 feet to right center field. Reeve Boyd gives it a ride. It's another Oaks run. All of this coming with 2 outs. First pitch to Kai Caranto is sprayed off to the right foul. Now 12 hits in the game for the Oaks, 6 for the SunRays, 18 as a whole. 0-1 pitch will miss up and out. Top of the order, Tommy Kendlinger waits on deck. Outside, ball 2. Enix is yet to throw a breaking ball this inning. Two one is fouled straight off Schwartzberg, and he goes down. He's wearing the old style flip off catcher's mask, is now looks like a trainer going to come over and check on him, but right off the dome from Caranto. Our trainer coming over too. It's also very hot today, so most likely it's all that catcher's gear dehydrated and taking a ball off the face is definitely not going to feel too good for Schwartzberg. So he's getting checked on. It looks to me like he's going to stay in this game. Maybe just had to get some time to let that kind of set off and decompress. Most physically demanding position on the field for sure. So the at-bat will resume. Two-two pitch is nowhere close. So the count runs full for Caranto, who's still looking for his first knock of the day. Grounded out 2 first, 3 unassisted in the second, reached on an error in the 4th, and then struck out swinging in the 5th out of the number 9 spot. Payoff pitch to Kai is fouled straight back toward us. Caranto pretty comfortable here as he plays at Cal Lutheran. Just finished up his freshman season. Three-two is right down the middle, strike 3 called. Well, we're going to head to the top of the 7th inning as the Oaks get another run on an absolute crushed double from Reeve Boyd. We head to the 7th. New pitcher for the Oaks here in the 7th. Ty Walton. Luis Luers just pitched the 6th. He allowed 4 earned runs after a good start to that inning, but it kind of got away from him. Ty Walton, you're going to have to keep your eyes up on your screen because he works incredibly fast. It actually gets in the head of hitters. Whenever they're in the box and they're looking down, the second they look up, he'll start his motion and quick pitch them. And obviously they don't appreciate it, but Ty, it's all fair game. This one's popped high in the air, but it'll curl foul off to the right. Ty, of course, started this summer as a position player, but after the first couple games, he decided he just wanted to pitch. And actually, after this pitch, which is fouled off to the right, he got on a mound about a month before the Oaks season started for the first time in his life. And he's one of those guys who just loves doing things he's good at. Low 90s fastball, as that pitch is swatted foul just over the head of the bullpen catcher. Well late was Flashberg, or excuse me, Estrada. But you could see Ty already getting ready, but yeah, he throws like 92, 93, so he just enjoys blowing balls by hitters. As that ball almost hits him, misses with the breaking ball. The count evens at 2. And it runs full now. Walton started ahead 0-2, but it's 3. That pitch is grounded to short. Chef. 1 down. I think the count was wrong on there. Ty came off his final season at Wisconsin-Milwaukee. He's got 1 year of eligibility left. Still not sure what the next year will entitle. But 4 innings pitched, a 2.25 ERA in his first ever real outings as a pitcher. Fastball, slider, splitter as he pops that one foul. Top of the order, Gabe Darcy waits on deck. One is grounded off himself. But for a lot of guys, especially guys who switch over from being hitters to exclusively pitchers, it's tough on them. As Ty kind of quick pitches him right here. Because you've perhaps hit your entire life and it's been kind of your identity, and then you struggle with it and you realize maybe I got a chance here. But Ty, it's no problem for him as he loves it. On the ground again to Chef, to his backhand, fires across to Audet at first. So 2 6-3s to start us off here in the 7th. But Walton also just one of those selfless players. Like, he just wants to do and play whatever position he knows will help a team win the best. And he felt that moving away from hitting and becoming a pitcher exclusively and putting all his effort and preparations toward that was the way to do it. As you could see, Darcy not even in the box, Ty already ready to start his motion as he does right here. And this pitch is chopped foul behind the plate. We last saw Ty in Santa Barbara this past week. 0-1 is grounded sharply up the middle into center field, a base hit. A ringing single, the second hit of the day for Darcy, and then it extends the inning for Robicki. Well, hopefully not what's to come the rest of this inning. This is exactly kind of how the last inning happened. 2 quick outs and then a single started things for the SunRays, and they scored 4 times to, at the time, cut the lead in half. Since then, the Oaks have scored 1 more. It's now a 9-4 ball game. Walton finds himself behind 2-0. There is action in the bullpen, as this one is muscled foul off to the right out of play. Looks like Alejandro Hueso, from what I've seen, is down there. Two one misses outside, so Walton falling behind of a couple of the hitters he's been facing this inning. Darcy on first, the 3-1. And that is outside for ball 4. That's going to prompt Galvan to go out there and have a little conversation with Ty. Perhaps maybe to slow him down and just talk things over. Give him a little breather. As we know, he works extremely fast. So that'll bring up the 3-hitter, Schmidt, who had that really unreal swing in the last inning. That good breaking ball from Luis Luers on the outside corner that he hit 99 as that hits him right there in the thigh. So all of a sudden, Walton having command problems, and it really starting to look like the makings of what last inning looked like. 2 outs and then 3 runners reach in a row. A single, a walk, and a hit by pitch after 2 6-3 putouts. So now Coach Solis is going to come out. I'd imagine that this would still only be a mound visit. The Oaks lost their pitching coach last summer, and they have not replaced it, so Coach Solis taking on the role of not only the head coach, but also kind of the pitching coach. And so far, it's worked out. The Oaks with the team 4.53 ERA. That is among the best in the CCL. It was obviously a very hitter-much league. It's called summer baseball. The right fielder, Case, coming back up. First pitch, and Ty yanks it outside. Well, something of a little bit of concern is his velocity has been down this outing. Sitting about in the high 80s when he's usually about 88 to 90 consistently. Sometimes he even gets up to 92, 93. And there's another one that'll miss out, so Walton really having some trouble finding the zone, as I'm sure Case is going to be taking all the way on this pitch. He is taking, and he takes a fastball at the top and outside corner. First strike. Two-one pitch misses upstairs. Scoreboard here says 2-1, but the umpire also signaling to have a change. But it is a 3-1 count. And that is ball 4. So the second walk of the inning, and it's going to force in a run. Case picks up the RBI, but really not what you're looking to do if you're the Oaks, as that run that they gained in the last inning has now been erased. Pinch hitter. It's Trevor. Wait, not a pinch hitter. The way the PA announcer set that up, it made me assume because he just said the number. As this one gets away, coming home and gonna score as another run comes in. So a wild pitch, and it's all of a sudden a 3-run game. The Rays very much alive. So this is Trevor Schmidt, my apologies. Wait. No. Oh, this is a... Bro, they got the freaking lineup messed up. Like, the numbers are all screwed up. Well, I had Schmidt hitting third the entire game. Well, yeah, because they... 1-1 pitch, he goes around on that one. Well, they, yeah, no, they messed up because like, their lineup sheet's all screwed up. Strike 3 called. SunRays get some more back. It's now 9-6 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Can you mute it? Thank you. Top of the order, Tommy Kenlinger with a new pitcher. Nobody really knows who it is because their roster sheet doesn't say it correctly, and our PA announcer also is unsure. There's also that weird confusion last inning when they announced that number 23 coming up, but number 23 is listed as Trevor Schmidt, who was the 3-hitter who already hit, but he apparently had another number, so kind of a weird thing. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have no idea who's pitching right now. As Tommy Kenlinger will lead it off. Seventh inning, it's getting late. 9-6 as the Oaks. All of a sudden, this game's a lot closer than it once looked like. Since the 6th inning, they say the new pitcher's Jared Sawyer. The sixth inning, the SunRays outscoring the Oaks 6-1. Kenlinger goes after a slider down in the dirt. Oh, 2 pitches on the ground, up the middle, into center field, a base hit. Tommy Kenlinger doing what he does best, starting off innings with a base runner.
Now batting the number 4, Austin Carrillo.
So that'll bring up Austin Carrillo for the 5th time today. 1 out of 3 with a walk. Batting out of the 2 spot, we've seen him in either the 1st leadoff spot, the 2nd, or the 3 spot in the order this season. First pitch is popped up to the left foul. Oaks definitely going to look to want to take the momentum back because all of a sudden all of that momentum lies in the hands of the SunRays. Three-hitter Justin Rubin, who had a huge bases clearing double, waits on deck. 0-1, Kenlinger goes. The pitch is low. The throw down to second. Not in time. Stolen base for Tommy Kenlinger. That's now 3 straight games with the steal for Tommy. Talk about a hit streak. How about the stolen base streak? Tommy also riding a 3-game hit streak. I'm sure if I look back, it'll probably be 4 because knowing Tommy, who leads the team in batting average, he probably got a knock the game before then. Runner in scoring position for the Oaks. 1-1 to Austin. And he ropes one at first off the glove of Schmidt and into right field. Kenlinger getting the windmill. He's going to come home. The throw is going to be late. RBI single, Austin Carrillo. What's up?
You have 10 runs?
Yeah, they.
We have 10. Okay.
Yeah, they have 10.
Why do they have 2?
It is now 10-6. Is now Justin Rubin coming back up. 2 out of 4, but 3 RBIs to his name. Still nobody out in the inning. Catches the down and away corner. Rubin asking the home plate umpire about it. Pretty good pitch. Looked like caught him a little bit of the plate, but regardless, that's always pretty much going to be called in the CCL. 1-1 is launched out to left field on a line. That is going to be foul. Just out ahead. 96 off the bat of Justin Rubin. Looked like a hanging slider. Fastball. Only 83 on the fastball. And right in the wheelhouse, belt high for Rubin. He'd like to take advantage of another pitch location like that. 1 run already home as Carrillo waits on first. 1-1 is laced out towards left center field. Darcy going back into the gap in front of the warning track to make the catch. Just gets under it. So now 1 down in the inning. That'll bring it up Nick Leahy, who's got 2 hits of his own. Also with an RBI. Or actually, it's going to be a pinch hitter, Jordan King. We haven't seen Jordan in quite a bit. Swings over the top of that. Good breaking ball from Sawyer. One is yanked, but Schwartzberg able to get a glove on it and stop it from getting any farther. Just about 83 on the fastball. One is grounded. Taylor made double play to short. To second for 1. On to first. In time. Double play. But the Oaks, they get 1 more back. It's now 10-6 as we head to the 8th. New pitcher for the Oaks. Alejandro Hueso will relieve Ty Walton after he just went the run 1 inning. It's now 10-6 Oaks after they get another run back in the bottom half of the 7th, but it's getting pretty late. The 8th inning. First pitch from Hueso is lifted in the center field. Kenlinger going straight back on it, still going back onto the warning track at the wall, and he'll make the catch. That ball just kept carrying and carrying. It was hit very hard, 96, but a 382-foot out number 1 here in the 7th. Well, there's the wind. Left to right here in the outfield. We saw it help Reeve Boyd's ball that went off high off the right center field wall. And that ball, I thought had no chance traveling that far. So I'll bring up the catcher, Flashberg. Mono's swinging a foul tip into Galvan's glove. Hueso relieved Jack Holland in the win on Thursday after the Oaks swept 4-0 in the 9th. Holland got into some trouble. Hueso came in as he gets Flashberg to go way tardy on the fastball and shut the door. Hueso's pitched 2 innings this summer, 1 earned run, but he's struck out 2. 1-2 pitch is just gonna miss upstairs. It pretty much caught the entire part of the plate. I mean, it was a high strike, but yeah, we see that sometimes in the CCL, like the upper half of the zone doesn't exist. 2-2, he muscles it foul off to the right. Almost hits the bus driver for the SunRays, who's out walking. Pinch hitter on deck, number 30, but they don't have his name listed, of course. Perhaps the first year mistakes of the San Diego SunRays. So at the moment, just number 30 on deck. Two pitch will miss just down. It actually turned out being a lot closer than it might have looked, but Galvan didn't really frame it. Kind of dropped it down under the zone after he caught it because it missed the location. So definitely weren't going to get a call on that. So the count will run full to Dane Flashberg. 3-2 misses outside. It was a ball, but you never know in the CCO. So as mentioned, here's number 30. On the ground sharply to third. It almost eats up Boyd, but he goes to second for one high throw on to first. Double play. 5-4-3 on the inning-ending DP. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's definitely because it's like their first year being a team. They're super unorganized. Back here after the Oaks getting in and out of trouble. Nice 5-4-3 twin killing to end the inning. New pitcher. Thankfully, he is on the roster. It's going to be House Fregoso.
That explains where 89 came from.
Max Audet, after taking over for Landon West in the middle of the game, getting his second at-bat. First time facing a righty today. 90 miles an hour from Fregoso. Marcus Galvan waits on deck. One 0 pitch will miss away. Again, popping another 9. Oaks, for the most part, they've seen mid, sometimes high, but a lot of just mid-80s fastballs today, so definitely going to have to gear up and make an adjustment here, as Audet is late and fouls that into the glove of Schwartzberg. 10-6 game here. It's getting late. The last Oaks opportunity to hit, barring, I guess, a catastrophe if the SunRays were to tie it up. So if you're an Oaks fan, you hope that these would be the last 3 outs they have to play with. 2-2 pitch coming up to Max Audet. Nowhere close, 3-2. Ten inches of horizontal run on that pitch. I mean, obviously he was nowhere close, but definitely getting a lot of that movement that he would look for. Payoff coming up to Audet, and he swings and misses and strikes out. Good fastball right at the knees, and he's late. Second time he's down by way of the K. So Marcus Galvan, as mentioned, coming up to the plate. 1 for 4. He doubled back in the second. He later came in the score, but since then he's flown out to center, grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice, and grounded out to shortstop. A 1 for 4 day for the Oaks backstop. And Marcus will take one about 3 balls off the plate for a strike. Average CCL strike zone call. You never know. 0-1 pitch is popped off the left foul. I mean, I say it jokingly, but you have to understand the difference between a 1-0 at bat and an 0-1. It's drastic. Like the batting average differences, they're on average about 150 points. So that obviously is going to make a huge difference, especially when you want insurance runs. It's got to be frustrating for Galvan. 0-2 is just get a piece of that one right behind the plate. Cooper Chef waits on deck. He's had a nice day at the plate himself. So there's a lot of Oaks hitters. 0-2 pitch is ripped up the middle and off the glove of Estrada. That's a base hit. I guess I kind of misjudged that. I thought it was hit a lot harder than it was, just 65, but finding some grass is Galvan, and he's got himself his second knock of the day. Oaks are off tomorrow, and they're back in action Tuesday in Orange County. Mondays this in the CCL, or at least for the Oaks, are always an off day. So now Cooper Chef, the Oaks looking for some last-minute insurance here in the bottom of the 8th. Straightens up on a fastball, but it just misses inside. So Chef will jump out and head 2-0. The check on Galvan, and he's back with like a half slide. Kind of a heat wave rolling through Southern California at Thousand Oaks. 2-0 pitch misses upstairs, so Chef jumping ahead 3-0. back in San Diego where these SunRays and myself are from, it's 80 degrees today, and if you're San Diegan, you don't always hear that. Never really gets over 75. It's quite nice. Chef ahead 3-0. Galvan on first. And the pitch is just on the corner for a strike, 3-1. I'm actually heading back to San Diego after the game today. So are these SunRays, as the Oaks going to enjoy an off day tomorrow. 3-1 is ripped towards the gap in right center field. It's going to split it and get down and roll for a while. Galvan around from second. He's going to score. Going on second and pulling it up there is Cooper Chef. You could hear a sarcastic boo from the Oaks dugout who wanted him to go for 3. But nonetheless, it's some more insurance.
Now batting for the Oaks, number 5, Reed Boyd.
7 of 9 of the starting Oaks lineup have recorded a hit. Landon West did not, but he exited the game, and his replacement on day has not either. But as Boyd has to get the noggin out of the way of that one for ball 1. Pinch hitter Lucas Danielewicz waits on deck. And this one's grounded sharply off the mound right to the second baseman, Estrada. He'll fling to first for the second out of the inning. 2/3 goes Chef. 90 feet closer is Cooper. So as mentioned, Lucas Danielewicz, who started yesterday's game, getting a pinch hit opportunity after the starter Caranto had been 0 for 4. Danielewicz went 1 for 4 with a sac fly RBI on the day yesterday in the 9-5 win against the Arroyo Seco Saints. First pitch to Lucas, misses downstairs. Good job by Schwartzberg to get in front of it and block it like a hockey suit. Alejandro Huezo in the dugout doing arm circles, so it looks like he might continue into the 9th. 1-0 is chopped slowly to the shortstop Beal. He'll play it on a high hop. The throw to first is just in time. The Oaks do get one more run on an RBI double from Cooper Chef, but it's closing time. We move to the top of the 9th inning with Conejo on top, 11-6. It's closing time from Sparky Anderson Field. The Conejo Oaks on top of the San Diego SunRays in the first ever matchup between these two. As I mentioned, the SunRays new to the CCL this season, established 2024. Oaks on top 11-6. Alejandro Huezo going to continue his work from the past inning. Shows the bunt is the 9-hitter Beal, but he'll pull back. Take a strike on the outside edge. It's been a fun one. The Oaks at one point were up to an 8-0 lead, but as the 1-0-1 will drop in there. Really nice bender at the bottom of the zone for a strike. But all of a sudden, against Luis Luers, he got the first 2 outs of the inning, and then the Rays, they cut the lead in half as the 0-2 is lifted out towards left center field. Kenlinger drifts over to his right, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. 2 down to go. But as I was saying, they cut the lead in half, and then at one point in the 2-inning span, they outscored the Oaks 6-2. But the Oaks still putting some runs up here and there, and they find themselves on top 11-6. If the Oaks win this game, that would be 2 in a row. They dropped Friday's contest to the Riptide on the road. Kind of a rough game all around. Pitching wasn't great. The offense really didn't show up until the last inning. His first pitch here to the top of the order. Darcy is in there for a strike. But the Oaks looking to have some more positive momentum going into the off day. Obviously, Monday is always going to be a rest for this team. A 1 pitch just misses up. Galvan didn't try to frame it. I think that might have cost any opportunity for it to be a strike, but the count will even at 1. Robicki will wait on deck. 1-1 popped up to the right and all out of play. Just narrowly misses the bus, or buses. Kind of interesting. They appear to have 2 buses. Not that many players here, or more than the average you would think. Hueso ahead 1-2. And this one's grounded sharply to third. Chef on the run. What's new? Cooper Chef making a nice athletic play. He made it look easy, but that's not the easiest play, having to go to his right away from first base on the run. That's just typical gold defense from Cooper Chef. So now all of a sudden the SunRays down to their final out. Just action in the bullpen, I guess, just in case Damon Villa tossing a little bit down there. We last saw him in Orange County. First pitch, leaned back and got a little extra on it. 88 mile an hour fastball misses down and out. Robicki 1 for 3 with a walk. And this one is sent high in the air to left field. This should do it. Austin Carrillo into the left center field gap. He'll make the catch, bill the cap high, and do things here. The Oaks take this one by a score of 11-6. It was a fun one here this afternoon as there's going to be an off day tomorrow. Alejandro Hueso closes things out. Colin Clark makes his debut. And 7 out of 9 Oaks in the starting lineup record base hits. A great game all around as the Oaks look to take this momentum into the off day tomorrow and the next remaining series. We want to thank you. In case you didn't notice, I was alone for this broadcast. My partner Josh going on vacation, so we were without him today. But I thank you for listening to my voice for all 9 innings. Dearly appreciated. For everybody with the Oaks, I'm Max Schwartzberg saying so long from Spark Anderson Field.